Hey guys, welcome back to Opimation. So in this video, we're going to be splining. So we've done the blocking from the last video as we talked about. Now we're going to spline, start messing around, get the timing right as well, and any poses that we may have lost. So without further ado, let's dive in, let's check it out. Okay guys, let's start. What we'll do, now that we've got all the poses in, now what we'll do is, we'll stretch everything out. So let's move this to 60, the frames. All right, and now we're going to start working with the timing. So we'll stretch this all out to say 40. Right click and just snap so that all the keys snap to the nearest. Okay. Now we want to hold this anticipation a bit more. So let's move this forward a bit. Or maybe that's a bit too long. Let's bring it back. So we're just playing around with the timing. Delete that key, so we don't really need that. Actually, what we'll do, we do need that. What we'll do, we'll come here, frame 6 key it there, just move that back. Yeah, still a bit slow. Let's, okay. We're gonna have to just cheat that because the feet are wide apart. We're just gonna have to quicken this propel up, and then as he comes up, this hold, we're gonna hold it a bit longer. Move this one as well. Comes down a bit quicker there. Make the landing a bit more impactful. Yeah, that's better. A bit of compression there. Compression. And then up. Up. Won't be up for too long because it's quite agile. So we've got little timing there. Just a little instant pop jumping up. So that looks cool. Okay. Just trying to get the feel of it. So what we'll do at the end here is if we just move this forward a bit. And then I don't know, maybe 43 key there. Bring that back, and what we'll do is we'll get the feet and we'll just copy that to that frame 39 so it's planted, and then we can just put a little cushion in here just to see. Put that up a bit. We want to, yeah, so he comes up and then he lands. Yeah, so if we look in the graph editor, oops, look in the graph editor here. So this basically is the hold in the air. So we could kind of bring this up a bit, have it holding a bit more. But there's a bit more movement. Yeah, so we've got Got the timing right. Could change it a bit more. And what we'll do is start adding some breakdowns in between. So yeah, so we've got the timing right. That's cool. So I'll just save that. Okay guys, so we're just going carry on and polishing this. So what we'll do, let's check out the head. Excuse me. All right. So let's go straight ahead. Straight ahead, check out the head. Straight ahead. Okay. All right, so what I'll do, I'll keep this. That's cool, head pose. And what we'll do, we'll just copy that 18 to 13. Here. Just delete these. So as he's winding down, we'll have it him looking down as well. And winding down. Kind of still looking up, but winding down. When we get here, straighten it a bit. I think this is to do with the neck. Let's check out the neck. Yeah. Alright, so let's delete the neck rotations here. Okay. You see that sudden jerk? Let's try and copy that frame 12. Let's copy that to 10 because we want that jerk to not be as sudden. Let's delete that frame. Let's see how that is. So there's a few things happening here. This is rotating to the bottom one. We'll check that out. We can go to 11 and move that to 9, copy it at 9, see how that is. That feels better, right? Right, that feels better. Now we can go in. Oops, just move the head a bit more. So it's not as... Let's delete this. Let's delete this. Just have his head turned. Yeah. That's better. It's coming into that pose. Just want to check the neck here because something's going on. Actually, I deleted that chest key. Yeah, it's holding. Yeah, that's better. See, just by deleting some keys, you can make a difference. Sometimes you have to delete some poses, some keys to make it work. Now it's just a matter of, okay, let's just bring it in a bit like this and see if we can hold that head. Yeah. Then as it's coming down, we can start dragging it, and even if you want, you could stretch the neck. I know it's a bit stretchy, and then you can come down like that, cushion, and still it's coming down, cushion. And then we can delete all these, and we can be like, all right, it's coming down. Then it comes up, down. Maybe we could have him looking up here slightly like that. Copy that to the start, so end frame are the same. So we got a little bit of a cushion, because he lands and then there's a little cushion in the head. And even here we could just slightly push it down, just to cheat it a bit. Maybe offset it one more, see how that feels. You know what, I think the rotation down here is a bit too much. This bit. So if we look now, it's a bit better. And then if we come here, let's check the chest. We could be like, all right, he comes up, chest comes up. Oh, sorry. We'll move that a bit like this. And then have that. So if we look here, we could overshoot. Just overshooting these curves. We'll have them softening in. Overshooting these curves slightly. Or if you don't like that, you could just middle click here so it softens. But then it's too abrupt, you see? And if we come here, bring that back. That kind of goes. So we come here, and then it goes down a little bit. So let's check the translation out here. The control's got a translate on it, don't be afraid to use it. The only thing I'm thinking about is the end, the cushion. So maybe if we put it to 50, just to soften. Yeah. Even that head now that we've softened it a bit, bring that down, maybe move it, delay it a bit more. So we're just breaking things up. Okay, now what we'll do, we'll get the wrist. And same thing, we'll come in here and check the curves out. Yeah, so let's go in the side. All right, that's a bit, let's go in a bit. Okay. Check out the curves like this. All right, so the curves for the arm here. It's fine there. There, then there. So if we look here, what we can do is translate this forward slightly. Just trying to get this curve so it's a bit more. Sometimes you've got to cheat. So you're getting a curve coming like this. Yeah, so we've got a curve coming from there. We could rotate this inward slightly, and the next pose out, so we're getting that nice curve. Yeah, so that's feeling a bit better. So let's go back and check out the end. So this arc is working on the top, and the side is nice. Yeah, we could, I guess, raise the shoulder a bit, see if that would help. Raise the arm slightly, that will help a lot. So if we raise the arm a bit, see, that will help. Yeah, so we've got a nice arc there. So if we check it out now, and then what you can do with this arc, so if we check out this animation, that arm flows back quite nice, and then it kind of floats in. Now it might look a bit floaty there, but or not, you know, I think it holds pretty nice. I think the wrist could, instead of going, what we could do is delete this, and we can come, say here, 47, middle click that to 40, and just have it gradually hold, you see? Now what you can do is, like, for example, as he comes down here, you can do like a quick stretch in the fingers like this, just to add that little bit that wouldn't be there. You know, you might not see it, but you will feel it, right? It doesn't have to be all the fingers. You could just like, even this thumb, you could even like just stretch it, or even break it if you want. A bit more back. Okay, now let's see how that looks. Yeah, so you don't really see it, but you can kind of, you know what, you could even get it in here. Let's try here. So say if we come here and say if we move this up, oh, and this one up, and this one, push him, push it, push it, push your poses, mate, push them more than you want, because you can always push them back. Right, so you've got that stretch there. There, so it kind of loosens up. Or we could even do it there. So even here, for example, here, we could make this one even longer. Stretch these thumbs out as well. So if we see, you don't necessarily see it, but you can kind of feel it, right? So we go here, we come here, we could even be more extreme and just push this wrist back, break this finger, like proper. Break this. And you'll notice how I'm just keeping the arc going on here. That's what you want to do. You just want to keep that arc going. And the other ones, you don't have to do as much. Like you could. There, you kind of feel it. You can kind of feel it there, right? There. So it's let's check this out. If we come here, just pull this one out a bit more. Yeah, and let's see how that feels. Okay, that doesn't feel as good, you see. So let's undo that. So what we can do here is now, if we got these fingers, the other thing we can do is we can grab all these fingers here and we can be like, all right, I'm going to rotate all of them like this, so there's a bit of a wave. So we're still kind of catching up. So we'll just rotate them all. So there's a little bit of a movement. So you're feeling that. Then we come here, we could be like, okay, Let's bring this out a bit. Bring this out a bit. Bring that out a bit. What we can do with these fingers is start rotating them the way the shape of this arm is. So it's following a nice line. So all of this is following a nice line. So we can just continue. So this is stuff you'll just feel, not necessarily see it, but you will just feel. So if we did something like that, and there, you see, you can just feel the hand. And then what you can do, you can start cleaning up the poses a bit. So you can come in here and start just rotating the last one here, rotating. So it's quite elegant, you know. And then if you want to go further, you can start offsetting. So for example, I could get 3 of these controls, and then from here I could be like 1, then get these 3 and be like 1, 2, and then the last 3 would be 1, 2, 3. And then what we can do is we get it all and just cycle it, so the ends will match. Then you'll get this kind of cushion there, right? So it looks a bit natural. So it just looks slightly natural, yeah. That. And then you've got the arc, which follows the hand, which is what you're trying to get. You know, you're just trying to. And then the same thing we'll start doing. So I'll just save this, just because I don't want to lose this. But same thing again with the other arm. So the other arm is fine, like everything's working all right. So we'll just quickly, we could quickly just basically do the same thing. Come here, get all of these. We could be like, all right, the rotations, we can just follow the flow like this. You can see we're just following the flow. Again, the fingers are just like, and then when it stops, then the flow still continues. See that? And it just continues, right? And it's the same thing you can do with, let's see. We could bring this finger down a bit, but that's just like nitpicking. The same thing we can do with the thumb. So let's do that as well. So we'll get the thumb. Or really what we should have done, let's select all of these. Or let's select the second ones because we've done the first. Select these second controls. Then let's just pick one of these and see where the keys were. Right there, key there, key there, key there. So, and then we'll just deselect this because we know those ones had the keys. So let's check this out. So let's also rotate. Okay, let's also rotate these. When we get there, middle. Okay, let's go to there. Middle click that to 1, so the poses are the same. Or that pose isn't the same, so we'll just middle click the end one to the start. Okay, so we've got those going. May as well do dumb as well. Don't know why I didn't do that with it. So let's just select the finger, one of the finger joints. You see there's a key there, key there. Let's key all these keys. And then we can go back here and be like, just enough movement. Now, all you're doing now is offsetting. So you're just basically selecting that. 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3. There. There. And then if you want to go further, you can get the second controllers here. They come in the graph editor. So you got all the second controllers. And you can be like, all right, let me move those one frame. Select all of these. And from, let's say from here, yeah, 1, 2, move them 2. So if we look now, it should be a bit more organic. There. Now that turn might be too much. Or you can just let's undo that rotation. So if you think that's too much, that's fine. Or you can just rotate the hand a bit. But that's if you want to make it really exaggerate and move it. Most fingers, I guess if you're stylizing, it's different, but you don't have to do it like that. But if you don't want to, just come in here, and we know it's the Y's, right? So we're just going to Y, Control Y, 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 and then we can just come in here, press R, go in the middle of the graph editor and just tone it down, and it'll start toning it down. But when you tone it down, you've got to tone the other fingers down. So we can see here. So we'll get the middle ones, and then we'll go to the Y's. Y, Y. And then we'll just tone this down again. Tone it down a lot if you want, if you don't want to make it too obvious. But that, like you said, we push the poses. It's good to push because you can tone down. Yeah, you can tone it down. That's better, you see? That's a bit more, it's not as wavy. And the end one, the hands at the end is cool. So that they both feel like they haven't got as much. Bounce up, bounce up, right? So you've got that happening. We save that. And then we'll move on to the hair in the next one. We'll just add that other little bit of more secondary action just to make it more believable. And then we'll call it a day. Then that's a jump done, in-game jump. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that. So the splining is done. We've got it feeling right. Now the next video, we're gonna start doing the polishing and just bringing up the animation a notch. All right guys, so in the meantime, happy animating, have fun. Again, do some activity, you know, we're always sitting down. Let's get out and do some activity and then come back to the screen and check out animation, check out workout. because fresh eyes is always good. So I will see you in the next video. Take it easy.